Hi, I'm Jeff Cialetti, Editor-in-Chief of Craft Spirits Magazine, and welcome to this edition of Craft Spirits TV. On this episode, our friends at Park Street will give us a little update on what's happening in some of the states. We'll also hear from a couple more of the medalists in the ACSA Craft Spirits Awards. But first, we're going to check in with Jeff Quint of Cedar Ridge Distillery in Swisher, Iowa. Back in January, I had the opportunity to visit the distillery, but of course a lot's happened since then. I caught up a few days ago with Jeff Quint on Zoom, and here's what he had to say.
Everything's changed. Here at Cedar Ridge, like a lot of the distilleries, we have a retail business and a wholesale business. And our wholesale business, while it's very different all of a sudden, the volume isn't really that much different. It's just that the whole on-prem is gone, right, for at least for the last month or two, and probably for a little bit longer yet here in our area. But retail obviously stepping up and picking up most of that void. So, I mean, our wholesale business, while they've had to change how they're doing things, the volume's still there. The retail side of our business, which we think of as our bar, our restaurant, our event center. We get over 100,000 visitors a year here. That's just zero. So, and we think it's going to rebound, of course, here shortly, but it's probably the rest of the year not going to be a great business for us. In our case, fortunately, we made the decision very early. I think March 18th, we fully committed to sanitizer production. And because of that, we haven't had a single layoff. We have 40 some employees here. We've basically taken our entire bar, restaurant, event business personnel and reallocated them to the hand sanitizer business. And they were very, very busy for the first month or so. And now it is starting to slow down. So what we've been doing is we've been stocking up on sanitizer. We're finally producing more of it than we're selling. So we think within 2 or 3 more weeks, we'll have enough sanitizer inventory to handle the rest of the year. So all we got to do is sell it. We don't have to make it anymore after that. And that we hope is going to coincide with us getting back into the retail and bar and restaurant side of the business. The hand sanitizer business has been a blessing for us, question, but I can't wait to be done with it. I mean, there's no passion there at all. There's a gratefulness, but no passion. Our core products are our 3 whiskeys, and that's the Cedar Ridge Bourbon, the Slipknot whiskey that we work with the band Slipknot on, and then our single malt, which is just coming out in all new packaging here in another few weeks. So those are our core products. And, Slipknot, we sell most of our Slipknot whiskey when Slipknot's actively touring. And of course, they're not actively touring right now because that business is stopped too. So we think our Slipknot number will be less than originally anticipated, but it's still pretty strong. So I think, there's nothing sick about our core business. It's really the bar restaurant thing that provides a lot of cash flow over the summer for us that we've basically replaced with the sanitizer business. We have reforecast our second quarter, kind of mid-second quarter here. We've reforecasted it, and then later in May we're going to start just doing a whole new budget for the second half of 2020. Because of the sanitizer business, actually our revenues will be higher than originally forecast, but I think our case volume of spirits is going to be a little lower than.
Next, we're going to hear from Emily Pennington of Park Street, who's going to share a little information on what some of the states are planning in terms of reopening.
Hi, Emily Pennington with Park Street here. The United States has begun the process of transitioning from public health crisis mode to economic recovery mode as individual states start to cautiously reopen for business. Some states, like New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, have banded together to form regional guidelines for reopening, but for the most part, states have begun handling this process individually. Many of the more rural, less populated states that were not hit as hard by COVID-19 are taking the lead in the reopening efforts. As of May 7th, states that allow dine-in options for restaurants include Alaska, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and parts of Wyoming, though nearly all of them require restaurants to limit capacity on premise. Meanwhile, bars and clubs are much more restricted by comparison. The only states that have allowed bars to reopen are Arkansas, Georgia, Montana, North Dakota, Oklahoma, and parts of Wyoming. To monitor the reopening process, Park Street created a spreadsheet that will be updated daily with new information about state reopenings as it specifically relates to the alcohol industry. So be sure to check it out.
And finally, a couple more of the medalists in the ACSA Craft Spirits competition have a few words to share with you.
Hello out there in Craftlandia. 1,000 thank yous to everyone who's been so diligently keeping the show going. Margie and Maggie with your dedication and your organization. Dan for the addition of levity and humor throughout this awards ceremony. It was great fun. I am thrilled. We all are thrilled at 888. I might add that I'm maybe a little depressed. Thrilled because it's great to get the recognition. It's great for our team and their morale to keep us going forward through a difficult time, and so depressing that we weren't there together to enjoy it all together. It's something that we all look forward to every year. It's not easy, but it is really important for all of us to stay positive, keep looking ahead, what we can do. And also really important for us all to continue to be there for one another through all of this. To that end, if anyone needs to get in touch with me, wants to ever ask me a question, I'm always available at randy@ciscobrewers.com if you want to drop me a line. For us going forward, it might be that we have to adjust our goals. Putting out 12 and 15-year-old whiskey might not be in the cards. Maybe we look forward to winning the category for Best in Class hand sanitizer in 2021. Be well all. Hope you're safe, you're healthy, and we'll look forward to the next time we can be together.
Greetings from Proof & Wood's current worldwide headquarters, otherwise known as my basement. Made my quarantine day so much more exciting to find out that the Funk Run earned a gold medal, and even better, named the best cat in category for rum. Always wanted one of those barrelheads. Great honor. Have to thank the great folks of the distillery in Jamaica, and of course the team at Strong Spirits in Kentucky, who does the heavy lifting on everything that I bottle. While I've always dreamed of winning a best in category barrelhead, I gladly trade it to have been with my friends and colleagues in Portland this year to celebrate. That said, wanted to offer my admiration and sincere thanks for all of those members shifting gears and making hand sanitizer and helping their local communities in other ways. Look forward to seeing you all soon and properly celebrating together.
Well, that about wraps things up for this episode. Hope to catch you next time on Craft Spirits TV.